Namaste. We're going to be doing some heart openers this morning. So we're going to go ahead and start in child's pose. Sitting on to the heels, bring the knees together or wide. And then stretch long across the mat until your forehead comes to the tuning in to the breath. Take a nice deep inhale in through the nose. And as you exhale out through the nose, let everything go. Preparing for your next cycle of breath. Slowly walking your hands to the right side of your mat will stretch out the left side of the body. If it feels good, you can begin to stack the hands, taking one over the other. Rooting down, sinking the hips into the heels to allow the left side of the rib cage, the left lung, to open up and expand. Walking the hands over to the left side of the mat, taking your just about even. Do the same thing, so if you like, you can stack your hands over one another. And grounding the hips down. Lengthen through the entire side of the body. Breathing into that rib cage, that lung. Just tuning in. Walking the hands back to center. Ground down through the hips again. And allow the entire back side of the body to lengthen and stretch out. Taking an inhale, shift the weight forward, coming up into a modified plank. So we're going to create a straight line from the knees to the crown of the head. And then take an inhale, pushing the floor away. With exhale, lower down, pulling the elbows in for a little yogi push-up. And then pushing the pelvis in toward the floor. Inhale, lift the heart. You roll the shoulders back and down for baby cobra. Take one more inhale, pushing the heart forward. As you exhale, planting the hands shoulder distance, push the ground away, coming back into child's pose. Sinking the hips onto the heels. Reach toward the front of the room through the fingertips. Reconnecting with the breath. Taking an inhale, rise up into your modified plank. Exhale, yogi push-up, lower it down. Inhale, baby cobra, pushing the pelvis in toward the mat. Lift the heart towards the sky. Hold it here for just a moment. Activating the upper body, rolling the shoulders back and down. Taking one more inhale, push the heart forward. And as you exhale, shift it back, child's pose. Sinking the hips onto the heels. Rest the forehead onto the mat and lengthen through the entire back side of the body. Inhale, rising on up, coming into your modified plank. We're going to exhale, lower on down. Inhale, baby cobra, lifting the heart. And this time, tuck the toes, lift the hips, and come into a high plank. Pushing up away from the floor. Holding it here, activating the core. And pushing the hips back. We'll make our way into a downward facing dog. Getting to pedal the feet, bending one knee. then the other. Feeling into the body. Tuning into the breath. Coming back to stillness, we're going to root down through the left foot. Take an inhale, bring the right leg high, three-legged dog. As you exhale, bring your knee toward your nose. Step it through for a high crescent lunge. Rooting on down, inhale, rise up toward the sky. And exhale, cactus arms, open the heart. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, cactus arms, open the heart. Inhale, rise up. Last time, cactus arms, open the heart, pulling the shoulder blades toward one another. And inhale, reach up toward the sky. Exhale, bring the hands back down. Stepping it back into a high plank. We'll hold it here for just a moment. Taking an inhale, push the ground away. And as you exhale, shift the weight forward, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, coming into upward facing dog. Lift the hips up off the floor. Pulling the heart forward and creating space between the shoulders and the ears. Take one more inhale, pushing the heart forward. Whenever you're ready, exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Reconnect with the breath. Whenever you're ready, come back into stillness. Taking an inhale, bring that left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose. Step it through for a high crescent lunge. Rooting on down, we're going to inhale, rise up toward the sky. Exhale, cactus arms, open the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms, expanding the heart forward. Inhale, rising up toward the sky, activating the fingers. And exhale, last time, cactus arms. And expand the heart open. Inhale, reach toward the sky. And exhale, bring the hands back down. Step it back into a high plank. Taking an inhale, push the ground away. Shift the weight forward, then exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart for upward facing dog. Whenever you're ready, exhale back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, look in between the hands. As you exhale, slowly step, hop, flow, come to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Pulling the crown of the head forward, the hands come to the shins, to the thighs. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, drop the hips, circle sweep the hands up overhead, and bring them back into heart center. Rooting down through the feet here. Feel the connection between the earth, pulling that energy up all the way to our heart center. And taking our awareness to our hands and our heart. At this time, we can go ahead and set a dedication and an intention, whatever it is you want to pull into your life right now. Just take a moment and allow that to manifest. Then rooting down through the feet, bending at the knees. Inhale, rise up toward the sky. Pushing the hips forward, shine the heart. Open, and then allow the gaze to drop. Continuing to breathe, using the breath to help ease you, opening that heart. Take one more inhale, lift, and exhale, rise back up. Coming all the way down into forward fold, we'll bow to the earth. And then inhale, reach into a halfway lift. Pull the crown of the head forward. exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, plant the right foot, step the left foot back into a high crescent lunge. Rooting on down, inhale, reach toward the sky. Lifting heart, reaching the hands toward the back of the room. One more inhale. And exhale, bring the hands back down, step it back to a high plank. Holding it here for a moment, take an inhale. And then exhale, chaturanga, lower down. Going through your flow, inhale to open the heart. Whenever you're ready, exhale back, downward facing dog. Taking an inhale, bring that right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, step it through for a high crescent lunge. Rooting on down, inhale, rise up. And exhale, shift the weight forward. Planting the hands, step the left foot up and forward into your forward facing fold. Dangling from side to side. Let everything go. Releasing through the entire body. Then inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, plant the left foot, step the right foot back, high crescent lunge. Rooting on down, inhale, rise up toward the sky. Lifting the heart, letting the gaze drop back, activate through the fingertips. Taking one more inhale, reach toward the back of the room. And as you exhale, bring the hands back down, step it back, high plank. Holding it here for a moment, pull everything into the midline. And then take an inhale, shifting the weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Going through your flow. Inhale to open the heart. Whenever you're ready, exhale back, downward facing dog. Taking an inhale, bring that left leg high, three-legged dog. As you exhale, bring your knee toward your nose. Step it through, high crescent lunge. Rooting on down, we're gonna inhale, reach up toward the sky. And exhale, bring the hands back down to the ground, plant them, and then step it forward into your forward facing fold. Dangling here for a moment, grab on the opposite elbows. Letting everything go. Releasing it to the top of the head. Letting go of the elbows and the arms. We'll inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands. Plant the right foot. Step the left foot back for a high crescent lunge. Rooting on down. Inhale, rise up. And then bring the hands into heart center. Planting the back foot, so the left foot, will rotate it down, bringing it parallel to the back of the mat. And then opening up the arms, expanding them to either side of the room. Make sure they're nice and straight. And then take an inhale, flip the grip, lean forward. And as you exhale, reverse your warrior. You can take your left hand to your thigh or begin to wrap it behind the small of your back. And then think length, reaching toward the back of the room as you sit deeper into your front leg. Stay steady, pulling the energy up from the earth. Letting it rise out of your heart, out of your gaze, and out your fingertips. Taking one more inhale. Lift, reach toward the back of the room, activating the fingers. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down, coming into your side angle. You can take your hand to a block, the floor, or always bring your elbow to the knee. And then rise your gaze and your heart toward the sky. So if you can almost imagine someone's lifting that top hand, allowing you to feel almost weightless. Take one more inhale, reach toward the sky. As you exhale, plant that left hand, step it back into a side plank. Lifting the right hand high, we'll keep the left hand down. And then reach the hips, reach the heart toward the sky. Taking one more inhale. Activate through the fingertips, grabbing some sunshine, and exhale, high plank. Hold it here for just a moment, pulling everything back into the midline. Take one more inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart, and exhale, downward facing dog. Paddle the feet. Connect with the breath. Whenever you're ready, come back to stillness. Rooting on down. Inhale, bring the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose. Step it through for your high crescent lunge. Rooting down, inhale, rise up. And exhale, shifting the weight forward. We're going to come into airplane on warrior 3. So bringing the back legs up off the ground. We'll find some balance here. Pointing the toe toward the back of the room as we extend the crown of the head towards the front of the room. If you like, take your hands to either side, bringing them into airplane, or taking the biceps by the ears, reaching the fingers toward the front of the room. Staying steady, staying active through that standing leg. We'll pull the energy in and up. At the same time, being soft. Keeping a micro bend in between. And seeing where you can relax. Take one more inhale, reach toward the front and back of the room. And as you exhale, take your hands down, point the toe high, standing splits. Keep breathing, staying steady, allowing that hip and that leg to open, transferring the blood flow. Taking one more inhale, point the toe toward the sky as high as you can. As you exhale, bring that foot back down, coming into your forward facing fold. Dangling here for just a moment. Notice how one side of the body might feel completely different than the other. And releasing the hands, inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, plant the left foot, step the right foot back, high crescent lunge. Rooting on down, inhale, rise up, and then bring the hands down through heart center. Shifting the back foot parallel toward the back of the mat. We're gonna open up into warrior 2. Taking the arms in front and behind us, we'll make sure they're nice and straight. And then take an inhale, flip the grip, lean forward. And as you exhale, reverse your warrior. Doing the same thing you did on the left side. Rest your right hand to your thigh or wrap it behind the small of your back. And think leg reaching through your side body as you sit deeper into your front leg. Take an inhale, reach for the back of the room. As you exhale, extended side angle, elbow to knee, or bring your hand to a block or the floor. And then reach that right hand high. Rotating the shoulder away from the ear, create some space. Lengthening wherever you can, reaching through the crown of the head. Take one more inhale, reach toward the sky, and as you exhale, bring the right hand back down, step it back into a high plank. So bringing your foot down, lift the hips, lift the heart, reach the left hand toward the sky, and maybe take your gaze to follow. Pushing the floor away, take one more inhale, and as you exhale, bring both your hands back down to a high plank. Holding it here for a moment, pull everything back into the center, everything back into your midline. And then take an inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, open the heart, rotating the shoulders back and down, away from the ears. Pulling the elbows in. Whenever you're ready, exhale back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, bring that left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, step through, high crescent lunge. Rooting on down, we're gonna inhale, rise up toward the sky. And exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. Shifting the weight forward, coming into airplane or warrior three. Extending the crown of the head toward the front of the room. Lifting the heart, rotating the shoulders back and down. And then pointing the back toe to the back of the room. Stay nice and steady. And then do whatever you did on the last side, taking your hands out to either side, or bringing the biceps by the ears. Reaching for the front and back of the room, staying active. Pulling the energy in and up through that standing leg. At the same time, being soft, being easy. So, bending through that knee. Allowing that hip to open. One more inhale, reach for the front and the back of the room. As you exhale, bring your hands down, point your toe high, standing splits. Stay balanced, stay steady here. See if you can square the hips off by dropping that right hip down and reaching up, strengthening the hamstring by pointing through the toe. Take one more inhale, point that toe high as you can. And exhale, bring your foot back down, coming into your forward facing fold. Dangle from side to side. Letting everything go. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. 15 feet per chair. You're going to bring a hip width distance apart, meaning 2 fists in between the feet. Or take the toes together, place an inch in between the heels. Sitting deep into your chair, inhale, rise up toward the sky. Digging the feet into the earth. We'll transfer the weight into the heels, lifting the toes up off the ground. And pulling the energy in and up. We'll take an inhale, reach toward the sky. And exhale, sit deeper. Tucking that tailbone down. Protecting the lower back and the spine. We'll allow ourselves to be nice and straight, sitting nice and tall, reaching through the crown of the head. Taking one more inhale, reach toward the sky. Exhale, sit deeper. Don't forget about that foundation, pulling the energy from the earth, rising. Take another inhale, reach toward the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Grab onto opposite elbows. Dangle your head from side to side. Maybe shake it yes, shake it no. Whatever movements feel good to you. Allow yourself to do what your body is asking. And give that during your practice. Releasing the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, step back, high plank. Take an inhale, push the ground away. As you exhale, lower down, chaturanga, going through your flow. Inhale to open the heart. And exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Reconnect with the breath. And then take an inhale, bring that right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, step it through, warrior one. Rooting on down, we're going to inhale, rise up toward the sky. And then bringing the hands back behind us, we're going to clasp them behind our back. And then take an inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, coming into humble warrior, hovering just above the front leg. We'll push the hands toward the front of the room. Stay grounded. Digging the feet into the earth and pulling the heels towards one another. Lifting through the upper body. Take one more inhale, pushing the hands toward the front of the room. Exhale, let it out. Rising on up, release the hands. Inhale, reach toward the sky. And exhale, bring the hands back down. We're going to step it back into a high plank. Take an inhale, push the ground away, shift the weight forward, and exhale, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale to open the heart. Whenever you're ready, exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring that left leg high, three-legged dog. As you exhale, bring your knee toward your nose. Step it through, warrior one. Rooting on down, we're gonna inhale, rise up. Bring the hands back behind us. We're gonna clasp them behind our back. This time, switching the thumb that's on top and allowing the other fingers to follow, getting our counterintuitive grip. And then taking an inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, humble warrior. Come on down, hovering just above the front leg. Pushing the hands toward the front of the room as you open up through the thoracic spine and the shoulders. Allow yourself to keep breathing. Take one more inhale, pushing the hands forward, really feeling into this pose. Exhale, let it out. Rising on up. We'll take an inhale, reach toward the sky. Exhale, bring the hands back down, step it back, high plank. Holding it here for a moment, take another inhale, shift the weight forward. As you exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, meet me back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, bring that right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, step it through, warrior one. Rooting down, we're gonna inhale, rise up, and then cartwheel the arms open. For warrior two, shifting the back foot toward the back of the room. Stay grounded, pulling the energy in and up. And then take an inhale, flip the grip of the front hand. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Grounding down into the front leg. Reach to the side body. Lengthening and expanding the ribcage to the left. Using the breath. Of any tension. And one more inhale, reach toward the back of the room. And as you exhale, extended side angle, elbows to knees, left hand comes high. This time we're going to take a bind, grabbing that top hand behind the small of our back, lifting the heart, dropping the shoulder, down and away from the ear. Feel free to stay here, or if you like, you can complete the bind by dropping the right hand underneath your thigh and finding some connection behind the small of your back. If you can't find that connection, you can always use a strap. It's a good place to use your strap to help close that gap off. But no matter what, lift the heart. Drop the shoulder back and down. Come back to the breath. See if you can ease into this pose. Just allowing yourself to find that space between discipline and surrender. Coming into the flow, using that breath. Slowly releasing on out, the same way you got into it. We're going to rise back up, and straighten through the front leg, sticking the back hip out toward the back of the room. Leaning forward just slightly, we're going to come on down into triangle pose. You can take your hand to your chin, a block, the floor, and rise the heart up. Lengthen through the side body, release the legs. Bending into the front knee. We're going to take that left hand down and come into a twist. So rooting, staying rooted through the back foot. We'll twist from the core, lengthening through the crown of the head. And reach the right hand up toward the sky. Take another inhale, reach toward the sky. As you exhale, plant that right hand down, step it back, high plank. Take an inhale, push the ground away, and as you exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart. Whenever you're ready, exhale back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, bring that left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, step it through. Or warrior one. Rooting on down, we're gonna inhale, rise on up. And then shift open into warrior two, pivoting the back foot parallel toward the back of the mat. Reaching toward the front and the back of the room. We'll take an inhale, flip the grip, lean forward. And as you exhale, reverse your warrior. Rooting down, and lengthening the side body. Take another inhale, reach toward the back of the room. As you exhale, bring your elbow toward your knee and take your right hand high. Dropping that right hand, wrapping it behind the small of our back. Create space between the shoulder and our ear, lifting the heart. If you did so on the last side, you can drop that left hand under, closing the gap behind your back. Maybe if you need to, you can always use a strap. Lifting the heart, lifting the gaze, rotating everything toward the sun. Back to the breath. See if you can ease into this pose. Finding that balance between being active and being passive. Letting go. Putting in the effort that's needed. Whenever you're ready, slowly releasing on out. Just like you got into the pose. You're gonna rise back up, straightening through the front leg, sticking the back hip out for the back of the room. Leaning forward just slightly. We'll rotate on down, coming into triangle pose. Taking your hand to our shin. A block to the floor. Rotating the heart, the gaze toward the sky. Drop the shoulder back and down. Staying active through the fingers. Reaching up toward the sky. Just imagining that there's little laser beams coming out of your fingers. Wanting them to go in every direction. Bending through the front knee. We're going to take that right hand down, staying rooted through the back leg. We're going to twist from the core, extending from the crown of the head, reaching high with the left hand. Stay steady using the breath. Seeing if you can twist just a bit deeper if possible. And then taking one more inhale, reach toward the sky. As you exhale, plant your hands, step it back to a high plank. Take an inhale, push the ground away, and as you exhale, lower down all the way to the floor. Taking the hands back behind us for locust pose. We're going to zip the legs together, gluing the thighs, the knees, the shins, all into one line. Push the pelvis down, lifting the upper body and the legs up off the ground. Squeezing everything together. And lifting up. See if we can rise just a little bit higher. See if you can lift the upper thighs up off the ground. Really activating those glutes and those hamstrings. And take one more inhale, rise higher. Exhale, lower down. Bring your right ear to the mat. Release the hands out to either side for airplane. Lifting the left leg up. We're gonna bend through the knee And then drop the left foot over to the right side of the body. Coming into shoulder stretch here. Allow yourself to release, relax that shoulder. Twist out anything that we've worked up on. Slowly untwisting, unwinding. We're going to come back to center. Bring the gaze back in front of us and clasp the hands behind us as we zip the legs together. Squeezing everything into one line. We'll lift up off the floor, push the pelvis into the ground. From here, let's go ahead and go for a swim. So just kicking the legs, one up after another. Just activate those hamstrings, seeing if you can get the tops of the thighs up off the floor, lifting the heart, lifting everything up. We'll just keep swimming, just keep going, having a good time. Take one more inhale, reach up as high as you can, kick, 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 and exhale, lower down, bring the left ear toward the mat, and then bring the right leg up, bending the knee, dropping the leg over to the left side of the body, coming into our shoulder stretch. Use the breath to release anything you're feeling right now. All go. Never judging, never holding, just noticing. Letting that thought flow down the river. Slowly untwisting, unwinding, and binding. We're going to take our hands directly underneath our shoulders, push the ground away, return into child's pose. Slowly rising on up, we'll come onto the knees. You can tuck your toes underneath if you like. And then coming into low back support for camel here, we're going to take the hands onto our low back, pushing the hips forward, allowing the heart to open, and then dropping the gaze back. Continue to breathe, expanding the heart, expanding the lungs. And as you exhale, push the hips forward, grounding deeper. If you like, you can stay here. It's such a good place to build a foundation. Otherwise, you can always drop one hand to an ankle, and then reach your other hand high, opening your heart towards the sky. Dropping the other hand over, we'll grab onto our other ankle and reach the left hand high. Allowing the heart to open, creating some balance. And if it feels good, you can come into the full version of camel. Bring both hands onto your ankles, push your hips forward as you drop the gaze back. And keep continuing. Use the breath. Never holding, always being slow. Whenever you're ready, coming back up through low back support. Begin to push the hips forward as we rise on up. Then sit back onto the heels, returning into child's pose. Release into the whole back side of the body. Just let everything go. And inhale, rise on up, coming into downward facing dog. We'll plant the hands, tuck the toes, and lift the hips toward the back of the room. Taking an inhale, bring that right leg high, three-legged dog. As you exhale, bring your knee toward your right wrist and come into pigeon pose. Untucking the back toe. We'll keep the front foot flexed or pointed, and then take an inhale, lifting the heart. Whenever you're ready, exhale, come on down, making your way into pigeon. Breathing into your hip, allowing everything move out through the exhale. Just know if any thoughts or emotions or feelings come up for you right now, it's not strange or it's not weird. A lot of people hold emotions and feelings that they didn't want to deal with in their hips. So if you didn't want to deal with it the first time around, it totally makes sense if you don't want to stretch and breathe into it now. With that knowledge, just know the more you work into this hip joint, the more you're going to be able to let everything go. Just brush off your shoulders. As you rise on up, bring down through the right hand, you can bring it to the side of you or in front, wherever comfortable. We'll reach back with the left hand, grabbing onto the inside of the left foot. Shining the heart forward, come into mermaid pose. Allowing the side of the body to open. Using the breath to help ease out anything we're feeling. Slowly releasing that foot on out. Bring the hands back in front of us. And then tuck the back toe, bringing the right foot back to meet the left. Beginning to pedal the feet. Bending one knee and then the other. Just letting everything go. Taking an inhale, bring that left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your left wrist. Flexing or pointing the front toe, we'll untuck the back toe. Taking an inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, come on down, releasing into your pigeon. Maybe noticing if this hip is a little tighter, a little looser. The other side, never judging, just noticing where you're at. Left side of the body is all about feeling and emotion, while the right side is about logic. Which side is really better or worse? But when they both work together in unity, beautiful things are able to happen. You're not just coming from a place of logic. You're not just coming from a place of straight emotion. You'll be able to pair those two together and then make your decisions with a heart and a mind together. As you slowly rise on up, coming into mermaid, we'll plant that left hand, reaching back with the right hand, grabbing onto the foot. Shining the heart toward the front of the round. Continuing to breathe, opening up to the side of the body. Feeling whatever you need to feel. Moving from there. Slowly coming on out of this, we're going to sit onto the left leg, bringing the right leg up and over. We're going to come into cow face here. So see if you can get the knees stacked over one another, keeping the hips nice and grounded. We're going to take the right arm up and over. And you can come into full cow face here by reaching back, but if this isn't capable for you or if you don't have a strap, you can reach your right arm, pushing that left hand just a little bit more open. So again, stay here if you like, or if this is capable for you in your practice, you can always reach back or take a strap to help close that gap behind you. And then taking an inhale, lift the heart toward the sky. Before you exhale, fold forward over that front knee. Bowing down, releasing out all the tension you're feeling through your shoulders and your upper body. Slowly rising on up. Take an inhale, lift the heart, reach the gaze toward the sky. And then releasing the hands on out. Shake them out a little bit. Doing whatever feels good. And then walking the hands to the left side of your mat. We're going to plant the hands down, planting the feet down. We'll slowly just rotate around, coming through a wide-legged forward fold. And then walking the hands to the other side of the mat until we come into our cow face on the other side. If you got a little confused, it's fine. We're just having the right leg under, left leg over on this side, and then getting nice and grounded, nice and rooted. We're going to pull the right arm up and over. Again, if you need to modify, you can always push that elbow, opening that shoulder, expanding the heart, doing whatever you need to. But if you did so on the last side, you can go ahead and reach back, maybe use a strap, creating that balance within our practice. Whenever you're ready, taking an inhale, reaching through the crown of the head, sitting nice and tall. We'll exhale, fold over the front leg, bowing down, releasing through the shoulders, entire body. Slowly rising on up, release the hands on out. You can wiggle and shake everything out if you need to. And then bringing the legs in front of you, we're going to come into a seated forward fold, rooting on down. We'll inhale, rise up toward the sky. And exhale, folding over your legs. Release into gravity, letting everything go. Stretching out through the entire back side of the body and the hamstrings. Then slowly rising on up, pulling the knees into the chest. Roll onto your back, rocking from side to side. Massaging out the low back, massaging out the sacrum, letting everything go. And then coming into bridge pose, bringing the feet about hip width distance apart. We'll reach around, see if we can touch our ankles. And then rooting on down to the feet. Lift the hips up off the sky, pulling the thighs toward one another. You're going to roll onto the shoulders, lifting the heart to the back of the room. And if it feels good, clasping your hands behind your back. Keep squeezing, lifting the hips up, allowing the heart to open. Using the breath. Take one more inhale. Push the hips as high as you can. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. Lowering one vertebrae at a time. The tailbone being the very last thing to touch the floor. And then dropping the knees from one side to the other. Just allow everything to release. Coming back into bridge pose. We'll plant the feet down, lift the hips up, rotating the heart open. Again, if it feels good, you can clasp the hands behind your back. Staying active, squeezing the legs together. Almost imagine you have a brick of gold or a really fat wad of cash, whatever you want in between your legs, a pie, who cares? Just squeeze it together, lifting up, lifting the hips up, open the heart. Taking one more nice deep breath, as high as you can, and as you exhale, lower down, the hips being the very last thing to touch the floor. Then dropping the knees from one side to the other. Release it all out, letting everything go. Coming into one last bridge pose here. We're going to push the floor away, lifting the hips, squeezing everything together to open the heart. Keep breathing, keep lifting. Allowing yourself to expand. Grounding down, but then at the same time, rising towards the sun. One more inhale, lift the hips higher, squeezing the legs together. Exhale, slowly lower down. Release it all out, dropping the hips from side to side. Now you can come into bridge pose again if you like, or we're going to do 2 sets of wheel. So taking the hands back behind us, we'll bring the toes toward the heels. Pushing the floor away, we'll lift the hips up, and then slowly transfer the weight into the hands. Straightening out through the legs. Continue to lift the hips as you push the heart toward the front of the room. Keep pushing the weight into the hands. And maybe even tucking the chin in just slightly. Keep breathing. Lifting away from the earth. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lower down. One vertebrae at a time. The tailbone to be the very last thing to touch the floor. Then dropping the hips from side to side. Release the sacrum and the tailbone, letting everything go. And then doing one last bridge or wheel pose. We'll bring the fingers back behind us, pushing the hands onto the floor. We'll lift the hips up, beginning to transfer the weight into the feet and the hands, and then straighten through the legs as you push the heart forward. Maybe tucking the chin just slightly, tapping through the throat, the neck, the spine. Lifting away from the earth, opening and expanding the heart. One more inhale. And as you exhale, lower down, one vertebrae at a time. Tailbone being the very last thing to touch the ground. Dropping the knees from one side and the other. Release it all, letting it go. And then coming into happy baby, push the tailbone onto the floor. Pulling the knees into the armpits. Grab onto the bottoms of the feet. Maybe straightening out one leg. Maybe the other. If it feels good, you can do both. Feeling into your inner happy baby. And then hugging the knees in toward the chest. Give them a nice squeeze. Extending the left leg out long. Pull the right knee in and extend the right arm out to the side as we take the knee across the body for a twist. Gluing the shoulders onto the floor. Allow yourself to twist from the core and then looking toward the right hand, you can complete the twist. Letting everything else go. Slowly untwisting, pulling the knees back into the chest with a nice squeeze. And then letting the right leg go long, pull the left knee in. Grabbing onto the knee with the opposite hand, we'll extend the left arm out to the side. Gluing the shoulders onto the floor, twist over. And then take your gaze to your left hand. Letting everything go. What you can let go of, what comes up for you. Slowly untwisting, pull your knees into your chest. One last squeeze, and then releasing into Shavasana. Let the legs go long, the toes fall wide. Palms placed up or down, or maybe take your hands to your belly and your heart. Doing whatever feels good for you in this moment. Just allow your attention to tune in so you can tune out. I want you to feel more than comfortable, more than welcome to stay here as long as you need to. Allowing yourself to rest and rejuvenate after this practice. Hope you're able to go throughout your day, bringing some of this love, some of this light, and spreading it throughout the day. Thank you so much for joining me in practice today. Namaste.